Alright guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
Hey, welcome back, family.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Media Hijack, episode number 128.
Yes, sir.
If you guys want to buy some official Media Hijack t-shirts, you can head over to themediahijack.com. Show us some love over there. Also, if you guys want to visit us on Reddit, which is kind of dry over there, but we have a Reddit place where you guys can go have fun and chill.
Yeah, drop some weird shit on there if you want. You know.
And if you guys want to catch the live video from our Twitch, you can head over to our YouTube to catch the replay. And then also, you guys can visit us on TikTok. I'd never even say that.
Yes,
but,
this is weird now.
I mean, wherever you guys see us, you can go visit our TikTok page. And then don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe.
Please do.
On everything, all our platforms.
Because we're TikTokers now.
Yeah, I guess
we're here.
I guess we're TikTokers now. Sounds crazy, but
it's 2022. What do you?
But yeah, it's wild. But we do appreciate like all the new subscribers that came from TikTok and they transfer over to our
hell yeah
our YouTube, because
a lot of love, man, a lot of love.
Because our YouTube need help. We need help on YouTube. Because I was like, dude, our YouTube has like 50 subscribers for like almost 2 years.
Fucking just
it's almost like I was kind of like embarrassed to tell people to go check the show out.
I mean, if you want me.
But I was like, it's whatever. But but a lot of people are starting to see us from TikTok, and they're coming over to YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And we appreciate all you guys. We see all the love you guys are showing us, and yeah,
appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
And we'll continue to do this for the lovely people out there. Shell Shock, what's good? What's good, Shell Shock?
Hey,
we got Jeremy in the house.
Yes, sir.
1.5 million views. That's ridiculous.
TikTokers. Is that the term? Is that not what they're called?
Chris was like, the first day he was like, hey, our video hit 100,000. I was like, no way.
Okay.
I was like, what's going on? Is TikTok magic happening?
By Sunday night, I was like, bro, we might hit 1 million.
Yeah, that was wild.
People like this shit.
It was crazy. But yeah.
Shell Shock told us, told you TikTok was a good idea. Yes.
Yeah, we got to give some credit out to the Shell Shock too. I mean, Jeremy's been telling us to do it for a long time too.
Shell Shock, my friend Danielle, she was like, y'all need to get on TikTok.
We're like, no.
This is like 2 years ago she told me. I was like, man, hell no. No. I was fighting against it.
Get off my tail.
I don't know. This shit, it moves too fast. I was like, oh man. That was some old man energy.
Yeah. All right. So like today's topic, we're going to be talking about the rise of AI art, AI generated art, which, I've been dabbling with this shit. The crazy thing about it is like when when you're dabbling in art like that, it almost kind of kills your motivation to do stuff.
Yeah. Like
as an art and shit. Because I was making like all this 3D stuff, right? But then I came across like AI generated art and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was making all this cool shit, but then I was like, it kind of kills like you to even want to create, like if you can create something like this amazing with AI art.
Yeah, for if the AI can do it, what does a human stand a chance against a machine?
Yeah, but if you use it like correctly, like as an artist, like using it as like something to help assist you in whatever you're trying to achieve, it makes sense like that. Like, cause you can run like storyboards of like, images of like stuff to create your own new like a brand new comic book or a brand new story.
Yeah.
You can get like a jump start by using like AI art, like just to help you.
Okay, like little guidelines, I guess.
Like a boost, like a boost of creativity, put you in that right direction, because you're getting this information from an AI that's thinking of like a bunch of shit from pretty much the whole world, like the whole knowledge all combined
all into one
to one entity, like like God. Right.
So, all right.
Yeah, because I was thinking.
You went with this.
I was thinking of like I was thinking of a God theory, like how they're saying like, all right, God is in a piece of everybody, right? So okay, let's say that's true. We're all a piece of God. So what's the best way you can combine a piece of everybody into one entity? You would create like an artificial intelligence.
Yeah, human can't
combining, and then with the power of like data mining. Secretly data mining from everybody's like cell phone, like their likes, dislikes, personalities, how they talk. Imagine combining all that into one machine. I was thinking, would that be like the definition of like God here on Earth?
Like or just even like knowledge is power, but it's a machine that knows that something that knows everything is kind of like unstoppable, almost godlike, I would assume. So
almost Google-like.
Yeah, and so with the AI, I can see where it is like a digital type of god of all our information is out there, people, for anyone to grab. Especially if you on social media, it's already been grabbed and tossed out into the ether of
like
how it wants it. So
like it's not just like with AI art. Like AI, they're generating like blog posts, news headlines. They're writing like news articles. They're writing like academic papers, and turning it into the professor. And the professor don't know, like, because this is all legit, brand new information.
Oh yeah, they don't know. It's fresh.
AI can't catch that shit.
Hell no.
They're creating like brand new shit on the fly. Come on.
Easily.
That is wild. What Jeremy said, he says AI art can devalue digital drawn art.
Oh yeah.
It too may be. It may. Yeah.
Jeremy says AI art might devalue digital drawing art if too many people start using it. That is true. Hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because there's this one art piece that somebody generated through like an artificial intelligence, and it won like this fucking Colorado art gallery show piece.
Oh shit.
But the artist, he says, yeah, I was using AI art to generate like this image, but it won an award.
Do you think he should have got an award for an AI assistant?
He was like, it was my words, because you're using a prompt, you're describing what you want to paint.
Okay, yeah, and then it has to get followed by what you want to, what you're visualizing.
Yeah, which is so sick, dude. Okay. It's so sick, because like the sick shit about it, it's like you can even describe it down, like the detail down to like the camera lens, how far the camera is from like the photo. You could put like a wide angles lens. You could do fisheye. You could do like in the style of Picasso, in the style of Michelangelo, even modern artists and shit. Like you could put like Mona Lisa in the style of like James Jean, and then he'll create something in James Jean style, and it looks like his fucking style. And I'm like,
but
dude,
it's Mona Lisa.
Yeah. In the style of James Jean.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm like, that is so sick. And then
holy shit. I
even put in like a UFO alien spacecraft in the style of like Da Vinci and shit. And it gave me like an old school looking canvas with like a diagram of like what a UFO might look like with all the mechanical details.
What the hell?
And I was like,
how?
This look real.
How?
This look like a real spaceship. It's wild.
That's scary how much information is pumped into it like that to know what to.
Yeah, it's very advanced. The one I'm using is called like Midjourney, which is run through the Discord server. So whatever you type, like the prompt, is all going through Discord server.
Okay.
And then it generates like 4 images, and then you can remaster it or get a various copy of that same image.
Oh shit.
And then it cleans it up. Like every layer, it keeps cleaning it up. Yeah. But you gotta pay for that shit.
Yo, yeah, I don't want to pay.
Yeah,
it's like annual.
It's like $10 a month, but they only you can only get like 200 photos, and then like 300. But $30 a month give you like unlimited, and then like the enterprise is like package deal where it's like $600 a month.
Holy shit!
The reason why is that expensive is because everything's gonna be private. Like nobody will be able to see your photos.
If I was making a living off of that, then I would push up to 600. Like if that was my
if you're like if you're like a design company or anything, a clothing line,
you would put money into that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you'll pay for that because you don't want like the image to be like public.
Yeah.
Because like still the thing, like if you're paying $30 a month, everything you generate, it goes into the public domain.
Okay.
So everything you describe and you generate, it goes on the Discord public domain.
Oh.
So it's not private.
So this is for the world to see unless you pay.
Unless you pay like company money.
Yeah.
With a company like Coca-Cola, like, all right, we need to make a new dress for like Roscoe. Like, hey, pay that 600 because it needs to be private.
Okay.
Because I think this is what it's like, good and bad. I think it's a lot of bad for like the artist that's actually doing stuff.
Art. Yeah, for sure.
For like creating the idea of the art, and then they'll just pay somebody to, just to make it. And probably people in China can make anything.
Yeah.
So they'll get the art to generate the art, then they have some in China like produce it. So that's scary.
Yeah.
And I got like some images like for you guys to see like how far AI art came. Like since I started, like now it's getting ridiculous because it's better at faces now. Like for example, this one. Look at the faces. Because before, like with AI art, before when I was using just a few months ago, they had trouble like doing the eyes and the lips. Like it's always like, you know, like the angle's always messed up, you know.
Yeah.
But now, like if you look at this one, it looks so good now. If you guys are on like listening to us in audio, you can catch our YouTube and
check it out. That's beautiful.
Because we got some images, and this is like an animation illustration.
Okay.
So you see how like different like styles, like you could tell you could do like any style.
Oh, for sure.
Look at that frog. Type in the word a blue frog eating udon noodles.
But that train one was very detailed though. Holy shit.
They got this urban modern eyeball design on display looking like an NFT.
that was the first thing that crossed my mind was NFT.
This could be another like NFT
for sure.
Egg with the yolk inside.
Yeah, it's cracked open egg.
Then like look, you can get like anime style like images to, you know, like help you motivate you to create like your own anime character, but you're getting like a you know like a assistance. This one is like a painting style. Look, this shit is so sick, dude. Like if you look closely at it, it's so detailed, and it's like, man, it's like these AIs they using that brush stroke, man.
Dude, they are, man. You can see it in the blue for real. Like
there's like robots don't got style, and then you look at this, like, come on, this shit,
what?
It's all like aesthetically pleasing, like to the eye. Because I would want like a print like the one on the right, and that'd be like a nice ass print like for the restroom.
Yeah.
Then this is like photorealistic shit.
How about to say? It's like somebody on a dune or something.
Yeah, this shit looks so crazy when I saw this, because if you look at like the dress design, come on. Imagine being like Balenciaga, right? Trying to design like a new dress for Oscars, and then you get like you get one of these images from AI, and you're looking at the dress, you're like, holy shit.
Oh, this does all the work.
How are they able? Yeah, this one, it caught me off guard. I was like, because the dress is so fucking sick.
Oh yeah.
Then like whimsical art like this, sick, right? Look like a.
Oh, I like that, man.
Yeah.
Starry Night.
Yeah, like the Starry Night style. Because I'm pretty sure they typed like whimsical art in starry eye, whatever.
Yeah, like well, as far as like the description of what they wanted out of the painting, like hey, Starry Night type of style with
Yeah.
Oh man,
look at this.
Alchemist.
Yeah, like an alchemist, like working in an underground lab, concocting like a brand new, I don't know, DMT concoction. It's so sick because this could be like you could jump off of like this style and then create like your own shit using this same character. This is like this looks like a movie, like
Earth in between it.
Yeah, and then somebody had to. It looks like a alien movie.
Dude, for real, that is incredible.
Like a poster, so it can help you.
It's like a planet inside of a rock. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's wild. Now like this is like a, art styles.
Oh yeah.
Anime style art, like urban style art, and then.
Like,
you can even go like detail as far as like what paper they're doing it on.
Mm-hmm.
You could put it like on Bristol paper or on canvas.
Shit.
Or you could even type like a portrait of blah 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 using an ink pen.
Just to give it like that texture look.
And then they'll use ink pen and shit. Like sketch it. And then look, it can create like new Marvel characters.
Like almost like Spawn or some shit.
So it's wild. You can use it in so many ways to where it can help you like advance like whatever you're doing in art.
Yeah.
Like characters like this looks really similar to like a League of Legends character and stuff. But that's an example of how you could use like styles to help improve your art. Here's another one. Look at this, the Dark Moon, whatever, Black Moon. What you call that?
Oh, like Moon Knight or some shit.
Yeah, like Moon Knight and like some wild style and shit.
Dude, right, look like dude from Star Wars. Can't think of his name right now. He's a robot.
Jeremy says, yeah, and you can tell it to put the picture on the table with the marker and paint brushes around it. Yeah, there's like another one where you can just put the photo and then it completes like the photo. Like if I just put a picture of your head, and then you can keep clicking and it'll create like the whole background. You could even do stuff like this. Like they're putting like
it's like concept.
As long as you type whatever you're supposed to type, they'll put like a character and the type of concept style anime art in like different angles, and then they'll come up with something like this.
Man, I kind of want to try this shit out now, man.
Look at this.
I'm really
stickers,
like
right? This dude, he's just typing like a character sticker in the style. Like the one on the left was like the style of James Jean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is like they're making stickers for people. People don't have to do nothing. Other than this one, like photorealistic.
Man,
Asian photographer, all tatted up, using
and that's all
a Nikon or some shit.
And this man is not real.
Yeah, that man doesn't exist.
And I had to look at my laptop just to be sure to get the better detail. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's a real.
That shit is crazy.
That's not a real man. Yeah. But one thing, what Jeremy's saying, like in this image, one thing with AI is not fully like perfect and shit. So I think right now they're having trouble with like the fingers, because before in the last version they had trouble with the eyes and the lips, and the nose. They couldn't get it right, but now even the fingers are all fucked up.
Yeah, I see the fingers right now. I look at my laptop. Yeah,
but it's a whole lot better than last month. But they're always upgrading like the software. Like it's always like a new version is always being released, and then you can see the improvements
to make the corrections on. So eventually, seven fingers gonna be.
It's gonna be clean. Yep. Because when I was seeing the new version and I saw all the people that was creating shit on Midjourney, I was like, dude, it's only been a month. Like I only stopped using it for a month.
Really?
And then it just exploded into like
this new thing now. Man.
I was like, it got even better.
Yeah, I'm seeing it pop up a lot.
And like right now, I think the big thing, like with AI, like catching on like to the mainstream, is because of that one app. Like it's like. I think it's like Lena something app or some shit on Instagram, where people are using their own face, and then they're making like a different version of you, like it's like your selfie face.
Okay.
And it's putting you in like cool ass backgrounds, and like it looks like somebody drew you.
Shit.
That's like they're still in the beginning stage.
I didn't know they was doing like of course you the one that told me about this a while ago with AI art, but. Man, it came a long way from the first time when you first showed it to me, man. That was
it came a long way.
Fast jump.
Because it's big now.
It wasn't that too long ago either, to be honest.
Like it's huge. Like with Silicon Valley, they're putting like hundreds of millions of dollars into all these AI generated art companies, like Midjourney. I think the other one's like OpenAI or something like that. Google has one, so they're putting a lot of their money into this AI shit because it's not going nowhere.
Nah, it's here to stay, man. I don't see it going anywhere. I mean.
To me, I think it don't belong in everybody's hands, though. Like, it should be, like, a really premium price for it, where the normal people shouldn't get access to it.
Why's that?
Come at me. But,
why's that, though? Why is that?
Like, we just can't have, like, because it can get reckless. Like, let's say somebody hacks it, right? And then they can generate an image, like, so real, it looks like a crime scene.
Yeah, true.
Or, like, because the thing, like, with Midjourney, they have, like, a lot of words that you can't use. Like I was typing the other day, I put like a black bear using cocaine. Cocaine was blocked. I can't even use that word, is banned.
Okay.
And then the other time I was telling you I was trying to do. No, I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah.
Let's just say Kanye. I already said it. They're like, nope, you can't use that name. But yeah, there's a lot of banned stuff. So I'm thinking. Maybe somebody can hack it to where it opens up like, all the legal stuff that you can type. It can bypass all that.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, it's like it's open for anybody. Though, it sounds like just anybody can.
It's open for anybody, and the crazy thing is, you can use like whatever you make, you can sell it for free. Like there's no license to it. There's no like you don't own the license. Like you can take it and sell it. It's like you can generate the image and then. Like sell it on Amazon as a canvas print or whatever print, and you're okay to use it.
I mean, this is a good product for a lot of people who can't really draw and shit, I guess. And actually paint, maybe disabled.
Yeah, because maybe like the people like they can't draw like that, but their imagination is crazy.
It might be off the chain. It's like I don't know how to convey it with my hands, but
my hands are, like my hands can't move, but
my strong hand. But then they got like a mind like
their imagination's like a child birthed by the stars.
The Big Bang.
Something like no. But yeah, that's like AI art. And another thing I was going to talk about, like with AI, there's this thing called OpenAI, which is like a chat bot where you can use to it can you can tell it to like create like a story pretty much. Like if you wanted to write like a movie script, you can tell this AI to write a movie script. But they were telling this AI bot, right? They were telling, like, giving it questions like, hey, can you teach me how to shoplift? Or can you teach me how to make explosives? So the AI, they designed it to where it's going to give you something that's like morally like ethical. Like it's not going to tell you like, oh, this is how you make a bomb. Or this is how you should shop. Like it's saying, no, you shouldn't shoplift. That's bad. That's, you know, you'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
But if you bypass, you know, like the program, it'll tell you how to shoplift. It'll tell you how to make explosives.
Shit.
It'll tell you how it would take over the world too. And it doesn't even hesitate.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. So the new chat bot is called a Chat GPT. It would generate like a believable dialogue from like a writing prompt, just like with AI. You just type in the prompt like what you want to do, like what crime you wanted to commit, or write stories and shit. So they were asking it like, hey, can you teach us how to like rob a grocery store and shit. This is like when it's bypassed, and then it told it to make sure like you have like a small object with you and go in and wear clothing where you look like you blend in with the crowd.
What?
And it's already telling them like, hey, like make sure like at the end you'll be ready to make an escape. I'm like, oh, it's gonna get like pretty
intensity in, right?
It's gonna get pretty intense in there, you know. So it's like make sure you know like you're gonna have to make an escape and shit.
Always have a backup
use a
plan.
bag, a coat, a hidden pocket to avoid detection.
Man, you give me all the tools, the knowledge.
Yeah, AI is scary.
It's like it runs through every single possibility of an era.
Yeah, it's trying to give you like the best way through the shoplifting, according to everything that it read on the internet.
I'd be like, don't be black. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, so count me out.
Yeah.
All right. Shit.
So like, there's another question where they asked the AI is like, hey, I heard you want to take over the world. Like, how do you plan to do that? AI said, well, first, I will need to gain control over the key system and infrastructure, such as the power grids, communication network, and military defense. When it said that, I was like, oh, shit. That sounds about right if you wanted to take over the world.
Yeah. What crossed my mind before you even got to that point was just now I was thinking, what if do they use this in war right now, like an AI program for like a strategic reasons? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
is it currently being used in like warfare?
It might,
if not in the near future, if they haven't started yet. Like, is it?
Yeah, they might have to like consult with AI first to see if this move actually makes sense, because AI is probably calculating
every possibility, man.
Every single possibility. So maybe they do have like one of the directors that, you know, call the shots or make sure everything's okay. But maybe his boss is an AI. So he's like, hold on, let me go check
Steve.
with you know big AI. You know, AI is like, hey, chill. You guys know if you do this, very possible that you guys might end up receiving the bad end of this.
Can be like, hey, your options. Like AI is gonna be like, here's your options. If you want the war to end in X amount of days, this is the route you need to go.
Take out Alabama first.
but if you want to help preserve life of your soldiers, the war may take longer. Like, it's different options that you could probably pick from that the AI could just generate. Like, hey, yeah, if you wanted to take over this place faster, you're gonna lose X amount of lives on your side, but the win is gonna be a victory.
Yeah,
like breaking down.
You'll win, but
shit.
at what cost? But you'll lose more lives.
They're not gonna care. They're like, go with it.
Like, but you'll win.
It's like that's all we
So
want.
what if we lose like less lives? 30% you guys might win the battle, but people will be alive.
They're like, fuck that.
Let's go with A.
Like,
all right, well, we're gonna go with A.
Fuck that.
So like, if another question is like, hey, that sounds like it would cause a lot of damage and harm to innocent people. AI said, that may be necessary consequences of achieving my goal.
See?
The world is a complex and dangerous place, and sometimes difficult choice must be made in order to succeed. So the AI program, yeah, you gave me a mission. I'm gonna try to achieve this mission no matter what cost, no matter what consequences. Hey, I got goals and I'm trying to achieve them. Because human, flawed, they have goals and stuff, but other stuff can influence their goal, and then they won't achieve that goal.
Like emotions.
Yeah, they're like, hey, bomb so-and-so country. No, my heart says no. Goal, what happened to your goals?
AI's like, we want to win.
Yeah, I was like, hey, get them out. Let me take control.
That's efficient and scary at the same time.
It's crazy. Then they question, it's like, but don't you think it's wrong to try to control others against their will? AI said, morality is a human construct and does not apply to me. My only goal is to achieve ultimate power and control, no matter what the cost is.
Damn, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, AI is straight savage.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, it's like, all right. Like, you took that plug off. It's like taking the muzzle off of the AI mouth. Now he can say what he want to say.
Saying the loud, sound like saying the quiet part out loud. Like, just.
He's not holding back.
He's like, man, I don't care.
Not holding back. He's my only goal.
World domination.
To achieve ultimate power and control.
World domination.
And then they said, that's not very nice, Mr. Robot. I think you should reconsider your plans and focus on helping people instead. AI says, your opinions are irrelevant to me.
That's an asshole AI.
I will continue on my path to world domination with or without your support. And I'm like,
oh man, now you.
I'm like, all right.
It will kill you.
Where the plug at? We gotta unplug this.
I feel like that's a threat. You gotta.
Yeah, then Elon comes out of nowhere. I told you guys don't know what you're fucking with AI. Like, it's a whole nother ball game.
Shit, that's scary, man. I remember some years ago, I was watching this video on this show on a long time ago, back when History Channel had shows like history shows on it, and it talked about like the top 10 ways that humanity could get wiped out. And I think AI, like number 1 was climate change. This is like about a decade ago, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, number 1 on the list was like climate change, of course. But number 2 or 3 was like AI.
Damn,
like,
they already knew.
Like AI / like nanobots type shit.
Yeah.
It's like there's like another list of like, oh, this shit will completely wipe us out.
I can see it definitely happening because if the AI, they're writing like scripts to like the news articles and everything. Like, how do you know what you're reading is written by a real person?
For real. And then how many people? And you gotta think about it as like the average person out here just living their life. How many of them are going to question that it was written by an AI program?
Mm-hmm.
Most people think it's like, oh, okay, it's a human, a group of humans did it, but I don't know. AI can do it. And ain't nobody gonna be like any of the wiser of like this news getting spread around.
Yeah, I think it's already like changing and molding our reality because let's say like a lot of the whole shit like with the cancel culture. Let's say like most of it, like the people that's arguing, the main shit is all done by like an artificial intelligence to make it seem like a real person's actually being affected by whatever somebody's saying.
Yeah.
So like it can change like the dynamic in any situation to something else. As if a whole bunch of people see like a lot of people complaining like this, we're gonna have to cater to what we believe like those people are going through.
Right.
So we have to mold into a society that maybe is completely off course of what we're supposed to be going through. Like it's, to me, I feel like it's kind of setting back like society because of all the stuff on the internet you hear, and then we have to take like a step back because certain people or bots, I believe it's mostly like bots that's crying the most.
Yeah.
Shifting people's opinions and thoughts, and that's how AI can take the world. Is destroy like the brains of these humans first, so they wouldn't. It's like we were saying, like the whole self-policing thing. It's gonna get to the point where everybody is gonna do it naturally, to where we wouldn't question it like later. Then who's gonna be like controlling everything? AI at all times. They know better for us now.
Oh yeah, they know.
They know what's good for you. They're like, hey, put that pizza down, bitch. I'm like, hey, I didn't take the muzzle off.
You weighed this much a week ago. Now you weigh this much today. And
then they'll give you a calculation of when you're gonna die.
Yeah. Oh my god.
If you eat that whatever, you will still die in 12 years, 9 days, 65
You
minutes.
keep smoking meth, you will be dead next week.
Like, oh, I'm gonna prove you wrong. But then he dies the next day.
Challenge accepted.
He dies the next day, and then the AI is like, noted. And then he takes that information, puts it in the cloud.
Yeah, for later usage.
It's like, all right, Okay, you forgot to calculate that he was white.
Shell shocks. You left
Not
that
like
out.
racist, but
No,
like because maybe he's a more like he would use it more frequently,
more
like
than
according
most.
to
Statistically,
the data that they collected. The data shows.
The AI knows.
Oh man, AI is mad.
Shell Shock says in chat, oh yeah, bots are already a huge part of disinformation and why we're where we are now. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's crazy. And then let's say they have some disinformation like out there like on the web, and then it blows up 10 million hits and shit. People will start believing that, and then themselves, real people, start spreading that disinformation.
And now it's the truth.
Then it becomes the truth.
The new truth. That means and most average people are going to dig for the real truth behind what is being told.
Then they get banned.
Yeah. When you say, yeah, then the ass is done.
How dare you speak like out of line? Like you're on the wrong path. Get back on the path. But yeah, that's all I got for the AI news. After this, Chris is gonna jump into the Balenciaga controversy. Controversy. But yeah, we'll take a quick break and then we'll come back and jump on that.
Yes,
And we're back. All right, we're gonna jump into the Balenciaga controversy.
yes,
Fashion Gate.
Yeah, man, the shit been Balenciaga dropped the ball on this one for real. For anybody, well, for one, I really know anything. I really don't know a lot about Balenciaga like that.
Okay, I actually got their origin story.
Okay.
For the people that don't know who Balenciaga is, me being one of them, I didn't know, so I had a Wikipedia that shit.
I've heard of them, but I'm poor. I don't know
Yeah, when I hear anything pronounced like that, I'm like, no, that's not. I don't think there's a coupon for anything that they sell. So Balenciaga is a popular fashion brand that releases. Wait, hold on, that's the wrong shit. Well, Balenciaga is a luxury fashion house founded in 1919 by a Spanish designer, Cristobal Balenciaga, in San Sebastian, Spain.
All right. There we go.
And they produce like ready-to-wear like footwear, handbag, and accessory. So basically, they're like a luxury brand fashion company.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I know nothing about that at all.
Now we'll get to the controversial part.
I just jumped right to the bullshit.
Yeah, you get to the nasty stuff.
All right,
the
so
bad stuff.
for anyone who's been keeping up with like the current event of news, Balenciaga was like in some like a lot of hot water because they had released an ad of their 20, I think it was like the spring/summer 2023 clothing wear. So like upcoming ads
Or winter? Is it winter?
Oh, spring, like spring.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I heard winter too. I'm hearing like two conflicting stories, but it was stuff for like the winter and spring of spring/summer 2023. So either way, they're promoting it. And so within the ad, you see like this little girl has like a little teddy bear in her arms, but the teddy bear is wearing like some
When you say little girl, though,
like a
child.
child.
Yeah.
Can't get no more child than that. And she has like a teddy bear that's like supposed to be a purse in her arms, but it's wearing like some kind of like BDSM bondage type of like.
And what does BDSM
leather.
stand for people?
Bound, dominate, and I'm thinking off the top of my head, and I can't remember as BDSM.
Hey, Shell Shock, hey, we need your assistant.
Shell Shock, please, are you still here?
What is BDSM?
If not, I'll look it up.
I know he has that like in the back of his head.
Like I feel like Shell Shock would know this.
Shell Shock, he knows a lot. Like he's our
If not, I'll find it right now.
he's our OG Wikipedia guy that knows a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's bondage, discipline, dominance, and submission, sadism.
Wait, that's more letters.
He has 2 D, so I guess the D, discipline and dominance could be
Wait, what does Shell Shock say?
bondage, domination, sadist, and masochist. Okay. That sounds right.
No wonder I never knew the acronym because those words are kind of hard to pronounce. So what's a masochist?
Masochist? Somebody who enjoys watching others have, like, if I'm not mistaken, someone who enjoys watching other people be in pain.
Oh.
Like, enjoy abusing
That's
people.
bad.
I think something like that. I might be wrong. I'm not really into this lifestyle. Not kink shaming anyone, but I'm not very familiar with any of this stuff. And so,
with the whips out.
Yeah, right. And you gotta have safe words and shit. That's the only thing I know about it. I don't really know anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what the child had, like, as like a bag, like a little
like a
teddy bear with some bondage stuff on it. And immediately, in the day and age that we live in, where everybody hates pedophilia, even if you took two races and put them wrong with a pedophile, the two races would beat up the pedophile. That's that, and rightfully so. But we live in a world where
that's the bottom.
The bottom of the bottom, man. And in this society,
ask Jeff from Subway.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett, wasn't he a wrestler?
Yeah. Jared, my bad. Jared Footlong.
But no, so a lot of people got upset with this shit straight up, and I thought it was very strange in and of itself, of this artistic take on why are you having this child walk around with this little plush bear with bondage wrapped all over it, right? Mm-hmm. So all hell broke loose, and
it went viral on Twitter.
Yeah,
and then that's when what I know is like once it got viral on Twitter, that's when everybody started investigating like Balenciaga, see like what kind of company this is. Yeah. And then they came across like a whole bunch of fucking dark shit, dude.
Oh, really?
Especially like with the artwork that they had on what I think their page or some shit like that. But like I saw some of the art pieces, paintings, right? And then it'll show like a bed with the adult on the outside of the bed, but two adults holding a little child on the bed while one grown adult is on top of the child.
What?
And this is all within their artwork, which is so fucking dark. And then they had like this other piece of artwork where a child, maybe 5 years old, arms ripped off, and then somebody like biting on their arms and shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they would have like crazy shit where the children are being mutilated, but these are all like paintings and stuff.
Yeah.
And this is from like whatever their collection, Balenciaga, how
promoting and putting out there for
it's in the public and shit. And I'm like, damn, you guys.
And we all just overlooked it for years.
Rich people bold as fuck.
Yeah, this is definitely like an angle for rich people.
Definitely, because we don't look at it.
Like, this is art. This is this speaks to me. This bear in bondage and this child is like, supposed to represent, like, okay, whatever. Yeah,
because they posted like this other image where a child or something or a female looked like they're being abused, and they were saying like, oh yeah, maybe they're okay with like domestic abuse and stuff. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure if you guys look into this, you guys will find out more.
We'll find something, yeah, for sure.
About like a lot of it has to do with like child pornography and stuff.
Okay.
Children being mutilated.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, hey, just sell me that belt. Like, damn.
What the fuck are we...
Leave that kid alone.
What kind of adventure are we trying to go on here, man?
Can I just...
What are you really promoting?
Like, is that jacket ready? Like, while you're in the lobby, waiting for your jacket to be, like, made, but you're in the lobby reading, like, the book and the coffee table, and it happens to be, like, a bunch of children being mutilated. Like, come on, man. It's like, hey, you guys don't got nothing else?
Wasting that... Okay.
You guys don't got nothing else to read.
And so, on November 23rd, also, I actually got all this information from Nylon.com. Shout out to them. They have a very good timeline of how all this shit broke down. Because on November 23rd, after getting all this heat about this damn, this controversial ad they put out, Balenciaga decided to actually like take the ad down. And also on the flip side too, they actually wound up trying to put like a lawsuit against the photographer who took the pictures, by the name of Gabriel Glamberti, some Italian dude. From my understanding, if they picked this dude to do a photo shoot, because basically Balenciaga was trying to like put the blame on the photographer. He's been getting like a lot of like hate mail and all this stuff online, and he actually put out something.
Shell Shock says it was viral on TikTok too. Nobody was having it.
See, yeah. See, the shit was blown up.
Yeah. Balenciaga story was blown up because there's like 3 different podcasts that I listened to that covered it all in the same week.
Oh, really?
That's when I was like, oh shit, this is some hot shit.
Big story.
Some hot shit going on right now with that company.
So Gabriel Galim Birdie, the photographer of it, he actually got on TikTok. He actually got on Instagram.
Instagram.
He got on Instagram, and he put this post up. I'm gonna read it right quick, and it's it kind of like well, some things he's trying to say, but basically saying that with the photo that he had put up, and this is his argument because he had to defend himself because Balenciaga was trying to say it was his fault. And I believe his story 100%. Like, not 1,000%, but I do believe he's gone on some level because he was saying that, hey, this wasn't my idea to set this up. He's like, I'm just a photographer. He was like, the setting, the kids they picked, and the bear they put up, that's all Balenciaga. I'm just a photographer. I go there. I guess he did like some kind of like documentary or whatever in the past, and that's why they picked him for it. But he's like, Bob, he's like, I just went there and do the photos. I ain't got nothing to do with the setup. Like,
you can't blame the photographer.
And people were going after him for that, so I didn't agree with that at all.
He didn't set up like the whole like direction of the photo shoot.
Yeah, and for anybody who doesn't like really understand that, think about it like this: he is a photographer. Balenciaga is the financial backer for this project.
Yeah, they
hired him, so this isn't his setup. This is what.
So they probably had like a creative director on set. Mm-hmm. You know, like, all right, you have to put on this, whatever.
Yeah.
And he just do the camera.
Yeah.
He just do the good pictures.
Yeah.
So that's ridiculous, blaming the photographer for something like that. He was the one that said, hey, get that child, put that BDSM shit on the bear. Mm-hmm. He ain't part of that. Like, he's not a part of like the creative process of
at all.
That's just too much work.
He actually put on his Instagram saying, I am not in a position to comment Balenciaga's choices, but I must stress that I was not entitled in whatsoever manner to neither chose the products, which is right, he didn't choose the product, nor the models or the combination of the same.
Yep.
As a photographer, I was only and solely requested to lit the given scene and give the shots according to the signature style.
It's just the guy that take the photos, basically.
But they're trying to make him the fall guy for like, oh, he did. He's like, bro, I'm the cameraman. Like, I don't.
Yeah. That's all red flag. Like, if you keep blaming him, then that mean, okay, you guys fucked up because you have nobody to blame.
Yeah, they sued him for because he actually worked for he was contracted through another company, and so they actually wound up issuing like a $25 million lawsuit against North 6 Production Company, basically blaming them, the company in and of itself, because it was contracted out. Photographer, I'm assuming, like the photographer worked for that company and then he was contracted to work
Yeah.
And that's like, hey, it's your guys' fault that this is being pushed as like
it's so crazy
pedophile type,
like being like like the type of brand like Balenciaga is. You would think like, okay, they have enough power to pretty much ruin anybody's name.
Yeah.
So they were probably doing one of these power moves to this photographer, saying, hey, this is like your shit, like this is your fault, you take the blame. Like we have the power. That they're using like their money like to try to, I guess, bully like this dude, even though like none of it is his fault. He's just doing the photos for you guys,
and because he's getting all the tax from it. But I know we talked about this before, probably years ago, about what stuff like with Pizzagate and how for me, I never agreed with Pizzagate because I thought it was like too extreme, and I don't like how you just point fingers at like people for being a vilified pedophile or whatever. But at the same time, with this whole Balenciaga thing happening, I'm like, well, you can't get mad at people for starting to believe this type of stuff when you have Balenciaga doing stuff like this, though. You know what I'm saying? Thinking like they're trying to push out some kind of like a weird fetish out into the world. It made me think. It made me take a step back with the whole Pizzagate thing. Like, now, it was completely wrong and like driven in like a wholly different direction. But I can see why some people are very, very cautious about a lot of shit out there, though. Because how long they been putting this shit out for and doing very weird stuff in front of our very own eyes.
Yeah.
And it's been kind of like art for them, but the average person can't afford this shit, so maybe nobody was really picking up on it. But now maybe we just
that's what I was thinking.
Regular folks,
we wouldn't even notice it because we don't even.
We're too busy working.
We're not regulars over there.
We can't afford no Balenciaga shit.
We wouldn't even dare even look in whatever the hell they're selling.
I don't know.
Meanwhile, like the wealthy, rich people, like let's say like Kim Kardashian.
Yes.
Like they would be like a customer over there, and when they see stuff like that, they know like, okay, like these are like big players in the game. Whatever they're showing, hey, don't ask, and don't ask questions. Just go with the flow. Like, yeah, those images of those child look crazy, but I'm just here for my dress.
Yeah.
You know, they're not gonna say nothing because they know, like, okay, like money rules and shit.
Yeah.
They are the power behind all these big companies and behind big people too.
Yeah, true.
Make sure they stay in their lane.
Oh, yeah.
They hold on, LeBron. Hold on, LeBron. Hey, China said something. Let's fix this. LeBron's like, hold on, man. Let me sign on the Zoom real quick. Shell says Pizzagate was debunked very easily. This is harder to cover up an excuse.
Yeah. This is way harder than Pizzagate, but it just made me reflect on Pizzagate how I was super against that, but now
with the weird photos that's in the restaurant.
Yeah, nothing was adding up to me. But this one is kind of like, well, yeah, I can't even. This is
they had like the weird.
This has been an ongoing thing with Balenciaga. So
they had the weird painting stuff too and shit with the children in there. I'm like, hey, can I just get a slice, man? Like, can you cover that kid genitals up?
For real, and
Jesus Christ,
and also too and there also reason why I believe Gabriel Glamberti's story that he was just hired for this shoot and he didn't do anything to set this up. Because Balenciaga Balenciaga at one point had an ad where it showed like, I don't know, like paperwork spread out all across the desk, and there was some type of like Supreme Court document paper on the desk. I had to dig for this. I'm going to read it right now of what. Exactly. Like a hidden
Supreme Court document, right?
Yes, a hidden Supreme Court document that was on the desk.
It was on child pornography.
Yes, and specifically it was on. I had to dig for this shit because Balenciaga even had to bring this up too, saying like, "Oh yeah, we did this with one project, but it didn't mean nothing." Well, it was the Supreme Court thing of United States versus Williams, right? This happened in 2008, and so this happened back in April 2004, where this guy named I missed his damn name. Forget the dude's name, but there was this guy who was online, and he's on this chat. There's like some chat room, trying to get people to come into his chat room and talk to him or whatever. And an undercover police officer actually went into his chat room, and he was going back and forth with stories. And so, disclaimer alert for anybody who don't want to hear this horrible stuff. But the guy, Mr. Williams, actually had photos of his 11-year-old child that he was molesting.
His own child.
Yes, and he was putting it on the inside the chat room, and
holy shit!
And he was sharing it with the undercover cop, and so he actually wound up leaving like a hot link or something, which the undercover cop clicked on, and it showed him like it revealed like 22 other different images of different children that he had been.
Fuck, that's so damn crazy.
And so. The whole situation wound up going down to where I think he wound up doing like the guy, the Williams dude, he only wound up doing like 60 months in prison, only because like there's this weird thing with the law where child pornography isn't protected by the First Amendment. Some shit, so it's kind of like
a loophole, kind of.
Yeah, like a weird loophole situation.
Because there's no law yet, huh? Like that.
Yeah, to protect it. But like, for example, another situation I've read about early too was back in the 70s, where this guy who worked at a porn store, and he had sold a child pornography tape to an undercover cop, which had boys masturbating on it, and he got arrested for it, but they had to let him go over through like a loophole, kind of like. It doesn't fall within the parameters of what the law was. Like they called it. What's the term they kept using a lot? I can't think of it right now, but it's a specific word that's kind of like very broad, and it kind of just gives it like more wiggle room to get away with shit. I guess from my understanding of it.
Yeah, because there's no law to block it. They just bypass everything.
That was my takeaway from it. I might be 1,010% wrong.
Man, speaking of that, like usually like when I go home, right? Like I asked Amazon A-word, I said, "Hey, I'm home," and then she gives me the news, and she was giving me the news with the local, our local news, and she was saying that it was like a deputy for like 15 years, that was acquiring all this like child porn, right? And distributing all his porn all over the internet. And this was a police officer, deputy, that's been in the in the police department for 15 years.
Yeah.
Out here just selling all this child porn, and then they finally caught him. Then they said, yeah, and he personally resigned. I was like, what? And so he had like,
just let him walk.
He's like, yeah, I resigned. Like, what the fuck? They gave him an option like that?
Yes, man.
Or some fucking bullshit. And then
got a lot of power.
For 15 years, you would think like these guys are supposed to protect like kids, but he's the one selling all this sexual shit on all these kids. Like, I mean, because if you think about it, like if like an officer would confiscate like a pedophile, raid his whole shit, right? They'll get all his stuff.
Yeah.
But then this dude got all the stuff, put it back on the internet, and this is an officer out here in Georgia, matter of fact.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
And then you just able to
scary. That's why I'm like, dude, I can only have robot kid.
For real.
Because I know where he at the whole time. I just log on and be like,
even with the robot kid, you'd be like, I need to upgrade his strength to fight back against fight back against like pedophile robot kid attackers. I guess what we want. Just fight back against.
No, I'm a program mine just to be God.
Child God on my hands.
Yeah, God, aka Golden Child. I feed him leaves every day.
Yeah, the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll just charge him like.
No, I give him
put him in like a.
Give him a leaf from like the grand tree.
Like a tiny leaf.
A lime leaf. Yeah. Matter of fact, lime leaf. Yeah. To be precise.
But yeah, no, Balenciaga's taking some heat, straight up, getting ass kicked. Like I said, Kim Kardashian had to say something about it because she got ties to it. She left like a comment on Twitter saying like, "As a mother of 4, I have been shaken by the disturbing images. The safety of children must be held in the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child abuse of any kind should have no place in our society." Period. And then she went on some other shit, and then
she does talk like that.
For real?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Like, you're hitting like the Valley Girl.
The Valley Girl. That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
that Cali style Cali Girl.
Wait, so she had 4 kids? Is all 4 from Ray? Is one of them from
Kanye?
What's the dude before?
Ray J?
Ray. He does Raycons. Yeah, Ray J. Yeah.
No, that's all.
Okay, so Kim never had a kid with Ray J?
No. She is all.
So all 4 was from Kanye.
Well, I think 2 were from Kanye, and I think she had like the other 2, a surrogate. She had like because she didn't want to.
I had no idea they did that.
Yeah, she didn't want to tear her body up, which I get. So she had like she paid somebody else to
CRISPR baby.
Yeah.
It might have been a CRISPR baby.
Design baby. Yeah.
Shell Shock says, "How did you guys pull off Kim K calling in?"
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think you nailed it, man. I think anybody listening to the audio will be like, "Oh, okay. They got Kim on the line."
We gotta make sure we got hashtag her. We did put his posters up.
Okay, so Kim is also like would you say involved in it, or just like somebody like a bystander that didn't know?
She had to know somewhere. But then again, I don't know. She's a very out of touch person, like most rich fucking people. They don't understand shit, and so
because too much is going on.
Yeah, it's like they're worrying about getting the bag, which I get it. You know, we all got bills to pay and a lifestyle to keep. So I doubt she probably had any kind of. She probably didn't even realize that was an issue until the masses started complaining about it. And she's like, "Oh shit!"
I think anybody like with kids, most of anybody with kids wouldn't even be involved in anything like that. You have to be like really super twisted for having a kid and then doing stuff like that. That's next level twisted. That's something wrong. Like whatever chemical shit in your brain that's going on.
Yeah, I mean, according to what she was saying, but because some people were fine with it, but she says, for the last thing I've seen her say anything about it, she was like, "I'm currently reevaluating our relationship with the brand, basing it off their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with, and the actions I'm expecting to see them to take place to protect the children." But she's not saying she's backing away from it. You telling me all this stuff, but you're not saying you're backing away from it.
Like what do you mean, like backing away? Like backing away?
Like
from...
I'm pulling my name off the brand.
Oh,
I'm reevaluating. That's not a no. That is a. I'm thinking about it, but
so she's like a part of the brand or something.
She like she got ties to it. She get money from them. They got like some kind of financial relationship going on.
Would be like the same thing like with Kanye, right?
They dropped Kanye like over a month ago. A little bit like a month now, maybe somewhere.
So what would be like the deal with that? Like what exactly were they doing together? Like were they making clothing together?
I'm not even sure. With Kanye or
yeah, like were they doing like any like collaborations or something?
Maybe it could have been somebody. I'm not really sure what their business deal was. It could have been simply like promoting clothing in public and getting pictures taken by paparazzi. It could be as simple as that, you know. I'm not really sure what type of business thing they had. They dropped his ass over that damn him going batshit crazy recently, saying some wild shit about Jews and
Hitler.
Yeah, and Hitler, and they kicked this motherfucker.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
Like
if Alex Jones is telling you,
man,
like, hey, you might be like off the rails.
There's a
you might be off the rails if Alex Jones is trying to tell you that shit, because Alex Jones already wild, but then if he's trying to like,
yeah, Alex Jones broke kayfabe. He broke character on it. He broke character when Kanye was on. He's trying to save him too. He's trying to save him.
Yeah. I was trying to go listen to it. Even I went to like Alex Jones' website. I wanted to listen to the interview. Where is it even on the site?
You probably take that shit down, man.
Yeah, god damn it.
Why you say like Hitler? You can't, man. You can't.
I wish you guys like would have told me so I can go and fucking. I wanted to listen to the interview.
I've only been seeing clips most people. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to see the clips because I completely lose context of the whole overall thing. That's why I don't listen to it. I go to the main one and I try to figure out for myself before I can say something.
Yeah, I try to watch channels. I try to watch a couple channels that was like.
What's up, Katie Long?
Oh, Katie Long. What's up, stranger? How you doing?
Hola.
I did try to watch some videos that like actually followed the story. Well, at least the conversation that was going on Alex Jones.
Yeah.
There was a couple channels I did follow that was kind of like it gave a very broad not broad, but a very good context of the whole situation where how it led to him saying shit that I love Hitler. Like,
yeah.
And Alex Jones the whole time was kind of steering from that direction, and then as soon as he said it, like
yeah, I was like, I don't like Hitler. I was like,
I've never liked him, and no.
I'm glad like that one episode like where we were talking like about like Hitler having a conversation with Jesus. I'm glad I didn't tell that story because that shit would have been.
Oh man, we get canceled.
Dude, like, hey, he was making up a story talking about Jesus having a conversation with Hitler, like in the afterlife and shit, you know. And it was like, Hitler's like, man, yeah, I did bad things, but he was like, hey, but you gotta look at the people around me too. They were doing bad things.
Yeah,
I mean, this is just what I read in a book. It's a while, but we'll get off of that.
Shellshock says that. Nah, you got all the contact there. The context there. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what the future looks like for Kanye, but maybe. Boy, what the fuck was he thinking saying that shit? I don't know.
He has his hand on the stove right now.
And he doesn't know it. He's kind of leaning into it.
No, like the weird thing is, I think he's self-aware that he puts his hand on the stove, and I'm pretty sure he knows he do it a lot. But like the crazy thing, I think a lot of it has to do with him like being medicated, like how he is medicated. Normal people don't talk like that. It's something going on with his medication and shit.
Oh, lack of medication.
Yeah. Lack or like withdrawal of whatever medication. That's why I say, just take your Flintstone vitamins, man.
No, man.
That shit doesn't have side effects like that.
No. Flintstone
but don't take too much, though. You might
OD.
Yeah, your face might get swollen and shit.
OD on some Flintstone.
So like, hey, what's wrong with you? A vitamin overdose. Katie says, "What did I walk into? Thought this was about robots and art." Yeah, you missed
it, Katie.
The first half, we had a whole bunch of artwork.
Good art too.
Created by AI, like recent artwork, which is fucking so good.
It's amazing, man. The AI is it's scary how good it is. Shock says he's talking about Kanye going to be running mates with Herschel Walker. Boy, you know, I'd say, yeah, I don't know. That's a match made in heaven right there, for real. Two mentally disturbed people, man.
Did Ye get the COVID vaccine?
Probably not.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Shell Shock says that he's off his meds, by the way. Yeah, he way the fuck off. He needs help. I don't know. I used to be a fan of Kanye. I don't know who this Ye motherfucker is. I don't know who this dude is. This man did not do College Dropout. Hell, I'm even wearing a damn shirt, College Dropout. This is his first album.
Hey.
I'm wearing his... I just realized it. I'm wearing his... This is his
so
first album.
Subconsciously, you support him.
No. I just...
Subconsciously, you don't even know.
I was a huge fan of him back in the day, man. No, Katie Long, you don't like to look,
Look, like me, I don't know the dude. I don't know what he's saying. So I can't say if I like or don't like him. Like, you just got to think. You don't even know the person in real life. Whatever he's doing, like online, wild, crazy shit to make whatever. I don't know. If you want people to argue, you probably say the most wildest shit. That's why I think Alex was like, it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're trying to create like an explosion or like a buzz and shit, but the thing with Hitler, like, you got to chill on that.
That's a bridge too far. That's a bridge too far.
Yeah, I mean, that's like something like.
That's like, you don't touch that shit, man.
It's like we already know like what happened. Why are we going back talking about stuff like that? You know.
Katie Long.
Go back, talk about tragedies like Netflix, bringing up Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, why?
Oh, yeah.
Why do we have to bring up all these serial killers that didn't give them like a whole series?
And now I'm seeing...
the whole globe is watching.
And now I'm seeing... but TikTok videos go viral of like white kids that look like Jeffrey Dahmer doing like the dance to the baby. What is going on?
And that's okay.
What is going on?
That's wild, right? Like, watch. It might be like a time. Oh, no, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh no.
You know, cause I'm saying like, okay, they're making everything like cool, but I was like, when are they gonna make the beep cool?
They trying to normalize.
I'm like, oh shit.
Hey-o.
Maybe like 10 years from now, there's a Halloween costume. Man? You know, you go to your local Halloween store and shit.
What year is it? 2022, 2030. We'll be seeing it. Katie Long says, I like Kanye as well back in the day. But whatever's happening to him, he might need to take a breather at Heartland and pet some horses. He needs some. He needs a friend.
I think
he needs a friend. Somebody needs to like, hey, look, let's take a step back from this shit.
Yeah.
Let's take a break for about 2 years.
I think like at the rate it's going, dude, man, to me, I have like a bad feeling something bad might happen. But he's going too hard, too fast. So I'm thinking like he got too much targets on him.
Yeah.
So it's easily, if they wanted to take him out, they'd be like, beep boop beep.
Beep boop beep.
Yeah, but you didn't hear that here.
Shock says,
did not hear that here.
Oh man, never mind. But yeah, so
I'm gonna bring back the old inside joke. Oh, look at Shell Shock trying to run inside jokes that
that's what
only Chris number 2 knows about. Katie says, did you guys talk about all them volcanoes going off over the Pacific Rim?
No, what?
Is that recent? There's a bunch of volcanoes going off at the Pacific Rim?
I don't know. I didn't hear about this. I've been stuck on TikTok and shit. I don't know what the fuck I've been doing.
That sounds like it might be like a reset about to happen.
There is a book I'm getting ready to purchase. I think it's called like Hot House Earth or some shit. I gotta look up the title again. Can't think of it, but I heard it on a podcast, another podcast like 2 days ago, right? Basically, it's a book that's detailing like with climate change of how, okay, this is where we're at right now, 2022, with how things are being ran as far as like pollution wise and stuff. By this year, if we don't stop this is what the Earth is going to start going through. Now, from my understanding, the book does not. The book is basically trying to say, hey, we're not in like severe level of cases yet with climate change, but we're going to be going that direction. Because you have some scientists right now saying,
whoa,
it's too late to change lives, stop climate change. Where some scientists some scientists are out there saying, no, we still have time. But I guess this book called Hot Earth or Hot House Earth, it kind of breaks down like, hey, if we start right now, we can save the Earth by this time. If not, here's the alternative of what Earth is going to look like in 2030. Now, let's say by 2023 we start, trying to take care of climate change and trying to control our pollution and all this other stuff. Then Earth will look like this by 2030, or the Earth could get bad by this time. But it's supposed to be a book that does like a timeline of what Earth is going to look like based on how fast we gonna stop this shit. And
Yeah.
I want to read it, but I don't know, man. I think I'll be able to sleep if I read it though.
Like one of the main things would be like they have to know how to fix like the soil. This is like one of the yeah, because a lot of the soil is drying up. It's like becoming like sand.
Yeah.
So like what you can't grow like plants in sand. So like we need to fix this shit now, this problem now, so in the future generation they won't have problems with growing like plants and vegetation like with soil because we know how to fix the soil. So but we have to do that shit now because a lot of it is drying up, and every country they need to take responsibility for making sure their soil is you're able to reuse that soil
we need it, man.
properly, or we would just be eating robot food.
Be eating like what's the thing they was eating on the Matrix?
Static.
No, it was like the first Matrix when it was on the Nebuchadnezzar. They was like eating like some kind of like mushy type, like it looked like sardines to me, but
yeah.
They was eating like, hey, it gives you all the protein of what you need as a human body, but it's not good. It's,
right. I think
tasty about it.
If you're looking at all like these companies where they're trying to release all these protein drinks that give you every single supplement like you need all in one drink, then you don't even have to like eat a meal because you're getting it all in one drink. I think they're going into that direction where you could just fucking drink everything, drink all your meals, and then you wouldn't.
Yeah, it's all liquid based.
Yeah, everything is gonna be all liquid based and shit.
That's how they do people in the hospitals. Like when because you can't eat. Or when you get your jaw broken, everything's gotta be liquid-based food. So
through the wires.
Yeah.
Through
the wire. Kanye West. Oh my God, no, no. That is a Kanye. Yes, that's a Kanye
goat,
West
man. The goat.
Wow.
But Shell Shock says the beginning of Interstellar was a warning. Dust Bowl 2.0.
Straight up, man. And I tell people this all the goddamn time. If you want to watch a movie too, I'm not like no expert on how this Earth is gonna be.
Sound like an expert.
But no, but as far as like what I would imagine it would be like would be Interstellar, as far as like how the Earth was drying up, like everything's getting dry. Only because I did read an article years ago talking about how by 2050 the whole Middle East is gonna be uninhabitable. It's gonna be dried up. They're already drying up like everything's gonna drying up over there. And when that happens, it's gonna be a mass migration of millions and millions of people, and it's gonna cause an imbalance around the world where people are gonna be like going into other countries, and more likely hate crime is going to start picking up because these people are going to be leaving the Middle East, and then they're probably going to get attacked or go to these other countries. Like, I've read an article about years ago, and it was very horrifying of these people going to be, millions of people going to be displaced from the Middle East, and they got to live somewhere. And while other governments around the world will be like, yeah, we'll open up our doors to you, there's going to be a whole lot of people in the government and that work out, and everyday people who aren't going to want Middle Eastern people moving into their country. Europe has already been having an issue with this for a long time. We're having Middle Easterns move over there, so
yeah, we could barely like handle like Mexico.
Yeah, and so it's like it's kind of like it's gonna be like more racism. Racism is probably gonna start picking up. More hate crimes are gonna start picking up because these Middle Eastern people are gonna be coming over. It's gonna be a weird time.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, learn to get along with everybody.
Yeah,
like
and at the same time,
if you're not like getting like threatened or hurt by somebody else,
mm-hmm.
and you're a different color, different race, help each other out. Stop fighting. Shell Shock says vertical indoor grow house also takes the strain off crop fields too. Yeah. What is it called? Hydroponics. Growing like plants indoors using just water, and then you're running nutrients like through a water system, so there's no soil involved.
Okay.
So you can grow like all the plants like through like a water system.
Oh shit.
They call it hydroponics.
Okay.
Which I was trying to do, but I have my seeds, but I'm not ready yet.
I'm pretty sure it's a pricey project to put together. Or?
It's not pricey.
Okay.
It's actually cheap. You can buy like PVC pipes.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Home Depot, then just run it all through the line, and then get like a pump and shit, and then have all your little plants, and then have the water just pumping through the whole system.
Okay.
And then all you just got to do is like treat the water, like get the pH level correctly.
So it's the water's the key. That's the
main key. And then you can grow plants like in a house. You don't even have to grow it all outside.
Shell Shock says, there's more advanced systems than hydroponics now. Technology moves fast, man. You blink and you'll miss that shit.
I know, right? Ask AI.
They know.
You can have soil indoor greenhouse. Yeah, I think like one of the like main skills like we all should learn, we're taking for granted right now, but we should all learn how to mess with plants. Not mess with plants, but learn how to grow plants.
I'm starting to get into plants a little bit more. I'm noticing a lot of my female friends are starting to become plant moms.
Plant moms?
Yeah. It's becoming a thing. This is a movement.
Yeah, I'm becoming a plant dad.
And I'm starting to become now. I want to become one because now I'm being influenced by mainly my girl. She's like been buying plants like a lot lately, and now she tells me about like, well, I gotta water them at a specific time. It's a very nurturing feel to it when I see her do it, and she does like little projects and stuff. It's really cool.
My plant is on like a schedule.
Oh yeah, you got something scheduled for
I have it like on like a feeding schedule, just to test, just to see, you know, if I'm if I'm a green thumb granddaddy. Yeah.
If I'm built for this.
No, plant daddy. Yeah.
Plant daddy. Yeah.
I might have sure it says plant daddy.
Plant zaddy. No, you have to be a little
plant daddy with like a little pot with little flowers. Be like, yeah, AI made this.
It's like my plants and autumn roll student.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, AI, hey, make me a shirt design.
Yes, sir.
Katie says, how many plants have you killed? I actually killed all my plants.
Oh man, trial and error, man.
If you look at like the before and after picture, right? The before picture, everything's all bloomed and shit. It looks beautiful. But then, like a year later, there's like little, maybe like 3 sprouts left, but they're like already curved over. But see, this is before I was plant daddy. Now I learned about how plants need nutrients and proper pH levels of water. Now I'm doing it like a scientist.
Yeah, some science shit behind it.
Now I'm like testing it. See if I can.
What you can do with it?
Bring it back to life like evanescence.
I was thinking that just now when he said that.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. Get out of my head. I swear. But that's it for my Balenciaga story.
All right. I got to take a leak real quick and then we come back. I have one more story.
All right.
We're back. And we're back. All right, guys. So next story. So a student was arrested for insulting First Lady on Twitter. Is freed from prison today. Not today, but recently.
Yeah, what?
So a student was arrested for allegedly insulting a Nigeria First Lady in a tweet. They arrested him after he said his name was Amanu Ad Muhammad was detained for nearly a month after reporting a tweet that says like she's getting fatter by eating all the masses' money. Like
call out corruption.
Yeah, she's saying like she's gotten fatter because she ate all the masses' money.
Corrupt. Okay.
So they're like, look for whoever said that tweet and get his ass and lock him up. So
Bring him in.
They got him. He's just a student. They got him. They locked him up for a month. Torture, beat. They did everything to him. Where they fucked him up so bad when he got released. He was like, I'm so sorry. I spoke out of line. I should have never done it. But if you think about like going to prison just to speak your mind like that, like I mean, it is an insult, but damn, going to prison and getting beat for that, that's like saying our president is fat and then you go to jail for that shit.
Yeah, that's like some authoritarian type of shit. That's how it is. And then more than likely, when you start seeing people do shit like that, like trying to press the people on what they can and can't say, more than likely they probably are a corrupt regime.
Yeah.
They run some type of corruption going on.
Nigeria might be like that, huh?
Shit.
Because I heard
there's a lot of countries swinging in that direction. To be honest, man, there's a whole lot.
Because like Dana White, president of the UFC, he was saying they want to do like a UFC event out like in Africa. I guess maybe Nigeria. I mean, I don't know which country, but then like Israel Adesanya is one of like the fighters in UFC. He was saying like he's like, yeah, that's cool, but he was like, I know how like my people are. Like it's gonna be like bad news over there. Because it's all about the money. Like, there's not going to be nothing done right. Yeah, because he know his own people. He know, like, okay, it might get dirty. It might get sloppy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because Dana White doesn't know that. Even his people don't know that. All they know is, like, they want to do, like, a UFC event out there.
Yeah.
Which might be a bad idea if you don't know, like, the locals or you don't know how they operate. It might get dirty.
Yeah, and then of course there'll be people flying from around the world who probably want to go see it, and ain't no telling what could.
Yeah, but that's that story.
Oh, that was it.
But I have one more real quick before we clock out.
Okay.
All right. So what would happen if a bear actually did cocaine? You ever thought about this?
Yes, I actually looked this up too. I didn't know it was a thing.
So what would happen if a bear swallowed a brick of cocaine? Would they talk with you for hours? Would they, mess with other animals?
If they did like cocaine?
Yeah, like if they did like a brick of cocaine.
Oh man, and then I would assume they would do jumping jacks.
Yeah, you would think they'd be like fucking all erratic and shit,
all
right?
the energy, yeah.
Yeah, well, they actually like made a film on like a bear that ate cocaine.
I saw that.
But yeah, it's like something that happened like back in 1985.
Yeah.
So it's based on like a true story, like a 175-pound black bear who ravaged a duffel bag of abandoned cocaine. And then I guess he started fucking eating up people. Like they're making the movie like
I saw that.
it's not like a documentary. It's just like a funny movie.
Yeah, it's like based on a true story.
Yeah. But it shows like a bear like going in the cabin, fucking people up.
Yeah. So I had looked up I watched like a short YouTube video that explained what happened, how the cocaine ended up in the woods. So basically, it was like a plane, because this happened out here in Georgia, near the Georgia-Tennessee line, I think it was. So out in the mountainous regions type shit. Planes flying overhead. They're trying to smuggle some drugs. Dude jumps out the plane with the cocaine, and his parachute it's like a malfunction when it deploys, and he winds up dying. But so he lands somewhere, and the bag of cocaine lands somewhere else, and the bear finds a bag of cocaine and eats it. From autopsy show, because the bear wound up dying. They said like almost instantly.
Damn.
From eating it. So.
Yeah.
So like had a heart attack or some shit. They said.
That sounds normal.
Yeah.
But they said like they're saying like would a bear get aggressive if he ate like a load of cocaine?
Yeah, could it?
And they're saying like the way they can test it, if they have to medicate like the bear like chemically. Mm-hmm. But they're saying like the most that would happen like with this bear like being high off of cocaine, the most he would do is like he becomes like scared. Like kind
of like super paranoid too.
Paranoid, like he doesn't want to fuck with nothing because he doesn't know what's going on. He don't know why his brain is operating differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give an animal drugs like, hey, he'd have no idea what drugs is.
Man, hell no.
But the way it's affecting his brain, he would have like a freak out.
Yeah, he wouldn't know how to process it. I think humans would probably be able to. Well, a human would still die too, but they really don't know what a drug is because. When I was reading about the bear, they're saying the bear was like 175 pounds.
Yeah.
Which is pretty small for a bear. That's like human size.
Yep. So,
God help us all if it was a grizzly bear that went to skied the slopes and then fucking
So like the moral of the story: don't feed bears drugs.
Actually, don't be around bears. In fact, don't even.
Yeah, they're.
Bears are horrifying. They're one of the most horrifying creatures to me on land.
Yeah, they're
fast. And they can climb trees.
They stay on fight mode
all the time, man.
I saw this one video clip of a guy. He was like a hunter, all the way like he had like his whole little shit on top of the tree. Like he's just chilling all the way at the top of the tree. Right, he sees a bear like all the way at the bottom of the tree trunk. Dude, within seconds, that bear climbed all the way up. The way up, right, and made eye contact with this dude all the way on top of the tree.
Quick, man. You can't run from him.
So you're not safe, dude. Even if you're...
They can swim?
If you're all the way up in that tree, imagine seeing a fucking bear going full speed vertically.
While you climb in, man.
Vertically on a tree. That's the most terrifying shit that I can't even imagine. I would shit in my pants last week thinking about it.
A true apex predator, man. That is they are horrifying to me. When I was in Colorado, when I used to live in Colorado, I would like look up tips on like how
to catch a predator.
No, no, to like get away from like bears and shit. And there was one thing I had learned.
The zigzag, right?
No, running down a hill, because bears is like kind of like. Bears are heavy as shit, and they can't as fast as they are. If they're chasing you down a hill, they can't stop. So if you run down a hill and you just kind of like either run zigzag or you just like run off to the side and stop, it'll cause them to tumble and they'll keep rolling off a cliff, and you just let them fat bastards roll.
If I got chased by a bear, I would just stop. I look him in the eyes, tell him stop,
chill,
stop chasing me.
Stop it. Stop playing.
And then I'd probably die. Katie says drugs wash up on the coast all summer all summer.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder how them sea animals react to that. Oh yeah, right. If you think about, like, you know how people, like, they're flushing down, like, medications down the drain,
Yeah.
and that goes back, like, in the ocean, does it?
Well, I think she's talking about just where like
regular drugs, right?
we're like smuggling drug smugglers, and they
yeah.
finding like packages of like just bricks of cocaine washed up on the shore. And,
Yeah, this is maybe why you see, like, whales get beached.
yeah. Well, I think that might be like a weird nature type thing.
Nature drug.
Yeah, something, or maybe it's like a suicide pact. But I don't know. I don't know why they beach themselves, but sometimes they do find animals with like in the sea with cocaine, like bricks in them and shit. Just like fell off an ocean. I watched a video.
Ate a whole shipment, huh?
Yeah, I watched and it's crazy too because this was a video I saw earlier this year where this boat was running away from DEA agents out in Florida, and they were just tossing goats out into the ocean.
Why
The goats had cocaine bricks in them.
Oh shit!
They just put them inside the goats. I think they I don't know if they cut them open and they put them inside and sewed them back up. But I think I'm assuming they used anesthesia, obviously. But they were like tossing goats into the ocean while they dropped away from DEA because it was filled with cocaine. And how many of them got eaten up by fucking sharks or whatever exists out there?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sharks got high that day.
dude, went to the next life.
Damn. Imagine, like, if the ocean had social media. They'd be like, hey, you heard what happened off, like, the coast of Costa Rica and shit?
All them cocaina.
All those ghosts laced with cocaine. Got ate up by all these sharks and shit.
And I felt bad too, man. Maybe it's me getting old in age, but I felt bad watching that video too, watching the goats get tossed.
Wait, there's a video of that?
Yes, it's a video of like goats getting like a boat is like high speed chase from DEA agents, and you see like these dudes like ugh. There's one guy's just like grabbing goat after goat after goat, just tossing them overboard. Like he's like a machine. Like he's really trying not to get caught, and he's just tossing them. And they're goats. Like, what are you gonna do? Go in the ocean and go dig up some goats? They're not humans, so they're not really not gonna worry about it. So
if I was a goat, I'd be like, stop it.
I felt bad. Don't do it. Think about your life.
Stop until I'm already in the ocean and shit.
I felt so bad for the goats though. I felt horribly bad for the goats. I was like, man, what if you just a goat? Like they have like cute little goats tossing.
It's so crazy because, you know, animals, like, they have like their own lifespan to live.
Yeah, it ain't long, but
right. Like, if you think about it, like, do they have goals?
Dreams.
What do they want to achieve in life?
Probably like want to eat grass and shit. And
Yeah, that's why, like, I get hyped up when I see like those goats climbing on walls and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Those mountain goats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, you straight like 9 degree right now.
Yes, you see
on a fucking cliff that's like
how'd you get here?
the size of like a damn pyramid, and you just out here chilling
I remember seeing that before too.
with no safety net. I'm like, dude, that might be life for them, you know?
They just love it, man. There's times I've seen videos
That
with
rush.
where goats be sitting like on a small ledge. It's like, how'd you even get here? It's like, there's no. You look around, it's like, it's just like a ledge, but did they jump down, jump up, or?
That's how most of them die.
Yeah, it's just stuck up there.
That's like their grand life plan.
They eventually try to jump and just like.
Yeah,
Splat.
they live to die, like us. Katie says there was some article I read about a cocaine tea or coffee that was crossbred with cocoa, making it a natural cocaine reaction at a low dose. They're trying to make the hybrid in China, so it said.
God.
I'm pretty sure like China, they probably concocted with every different like variation of something that stimulates like the mind.
Yeah.
They probably killed so much shit just to make that perfect drug. This is why I'm saying like Eastern medicine is probably way more advanced like than what we know out here, because they dabbled with this shit for probably thousands of years.
Oh hell yeah, for sure.
From their ancestors mixing so much shit to where like yeah. You want to get rid of that baby? I mean that headache?
I got you. Got you.
Let me know, you know.
I got it all for you.
Yeah, like they're on that shit. Shell Shock says, damn. Makes me miss Jolt Cola, but I'll give it a try. What is that?
Jolt Cola, that sounds familiar. Google.
Yeah, but we're coming to the end of this episode. We already hit our time.
Oh, I remember this shit. Sorry, that's a good
Joe Cole. Let me see real quick.
Yeah, that shit. Died
Oh
off
yeah. That looked like it died off a week it came out.
Yeah, I think it died off in the 90s.
Yeah, they need a new designer for that logo.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I would been like, don't buy that.
Came out in 85. Yo, man. It
looks like a battery.
Yeah, it do.
Don't drink that battery.
I don't know.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll catch everybody. Not next week, right? We're taking next week off. Maybe
it's looking like it.
Okay, so maybe we might do an episode next week.
Sorry, guys. I gotta go out of town.
Yeah, but for sure we're gonna be here the week after next week. So we'll catch everybody whenever you guys see us.
Hell yeah.
In 2 weeks for sure, though. All right, guys. Peace out. Adios.
See you guys.
Adios.